Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, for the main tarot, I'm going to use the Thelema Tarot. Artwork by Renata Lechner. Over here on the side if you want to see how to spell that person's name. And the website is losgarebo.com. If I can get it close enough. If you want the spelling and you want to check it out, feel free to do so. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. The website here on the back is rockpoolpublishing.com.au, A as in apple, U as an umbrella. I also use some dice. The larger dice, it's 21-sided, which does omit the Fool, but it's still good. I just make it work. I believe that came from mathartfun.com. Hopefully, if you are trying to read that, you can read that. This is going great. Hopefully you can. Mathartfun.com. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but hopefully you can see it if you're trying to see it. The smaller dice, the 14-sided, which I use to determine the card I'm using for the minor arcana, came from Tom Anders, and there's the website on there, which I can't read right now, but if you freeze frame, you can get it. There's also this code. You can use that if you're interested. Feel free. All right, so if you're interested in a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And without further ado, let's go on to your read. Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Aries? You got the Tower going right into success. So, sounds like Aries. Things are all going to crap, but you're still going to make it work. I shouldn't laugh, maybe, but it's kind of like, oh, the Tower? Yeah, that. Okay. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you're not shocked. Whatever the situation is, I don't think you're shocked. All the cards coming. Why only got some good ones? You got some really good ones. I really think the Tower's the only... Well, no, there's one more. But it's already in the past. Personal transformation and rewards coming for you. Okay, so... Personal transformation. I keep seeing, like, I'm going from, like, living at... It's almost like I was living in a one-bedroom small apartment and I'm going into a house. Like, that type of personal transformation is what I'm kind of getting from this, but let's see as we keep going forward. Where this is grounded in is there's a lot of things that I want to go differently. I feel like I've been dealing with something for a long time. Things have been better. It's like, I feel like if I look back over the last 10 years, and it's a general read, so take it, it's an analogy. Like, maybe 10 years ago, things were fairly good, and then they just kind of... in a certain subject, they just and they've been there for a while, and I'm ready to pull out of this. I'm kind of like, all right, this has been going on for too long. Whatever I need to do to get myself out of this with the Three of Pentacles, then that's what I need to do. I don't like where things currently are, so whatever work I need to do to change the circumstances, I'm going to get out of this stress. I feel like you did have a part of your history where things were fairly good, and then they just... in this subject, whatever the subject is, it could be a relationship, could be a friendship, could be a work thing, whatever you got. Maybe you're writing a story and it's just not working out, something, I don't know. There's been a lot of stress. And I feel like part of the reason things haven't been working out that well, and take it with a grain of salt, you haven't really been taking care of yourself as well as you need to. Now, take that with a grain of salt. It could be just taking a break. It could be just making sure you have the right nutrients, in the sense of, like, it doesn't matter, I don't know how to explain this, eat what you want, but, like, it's kind of like saying, like, if you're constantly eating things that are not giving you the nutrients you need, like certain vitamins and certain building blocks, certain proteins, that your body needs, and it's just not getting it. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of Aries, I could be wrong, you'll let me know in the comments, I'm sure. It could be rest. You might not be getting enough rest. Once in a great while, it could be for an Aries. Once in a great while, it could be you're getting too much rest, but it seems like that's rare for an Aries. But possible. Part of the reason things aren't going well is because they're saying you have to be nicer to you. You have to take care of you. You have to do things for you. For some reason, I feel like that's out of balance. I really do feel like that's out of balance. Well, something's going on here. The tower is hitting, and you're getting a moment to take care of yourself. That's the success. Something's falling apart, and you're having more than enough time to take care of yourself, is what I'm getting. It's stressful, but ironically, it's success. The Ten of Wands, I got hiccups with this. Because we're coming out of a period of stress. I think this is one of the reasons we're seeing it this way. Oh, if I can speak. There's a lot of work to be done. It's like there's a kinship, in my opinion, between the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. The difference between the two is that when you get to the end of the ridiculousness, whatever it is, you have something to show for it. You have what you wanted at the end of the Ten of Wands. At the end of the Ten of Swords, you go through all this ridiculousness and then you end up with nothing. That's the devastation. So you're going to go through a lot. You've been going through a lot. But this is ending up on the other side with success. I mean, if you have to go through it, at least you should be successful on the other side, right? That's a silver lining, if you will, if you care for it. The tower is hitting, but you're going to get success out of it. Especially because, Aries is not, in my opinion, Aries doesn't really give up. They're either in or out, and I don't feel like you've given up. You might be a moment where you're knocked flat on your back for a minute, and you're just like, I'm just going to lay here. Forget it. I'm just going to lay here. But it's only going to last so long before you're like, you know what? I got to get up because I can't stand it anymore. I got to get up, and I'm just going to deal with it. You're going to do what you need to do. I just feel like you're just doing what you need to do to get out of it. There's a lot going on here with support around you. You got a weird... It's weird. It is weird. Because most of it's very supportive, but one of them is not. I don't know if this is talking about 3 people or just the general atmosphere here. The Hermit card and then the Two of Pentacles reversed. Nobody can help you as well as you can help yourself. Nobody can help you as well as you can help yourself in this situation. They can give you information and you can build stuff with that information, but you can't have them doing it for you because it's not going to work. So it's like if you wanted a house, you have to be in there building the house yourself. If somebody builds you a house for you, it's not going to be what you want. It's not going to be what you need, if that makes sense. This energy around you, you got the Lover's card. Some people just love you to bits. They just think everything you do is perfect. That's great. You got some people that are really rooting for you, and they're like, you know what? Aries always bounces back. Aries is going to do great. It's just a matter of time before things go better. And then you got this Three of Swords energy. I don't know what's up with this energy. I'm kind of uncomfortable with it. I'm going to roll just for that card. There are some people around you who just want to see you fail. And you're not going to. And I feel like they're going to try to get in your way or try to damage your self-confidence. It's weird. You have this weird dichotomy of people, 2/3 of this situation, people are really rooting for you, and they're like, you got this, Aries, you're going to be great, you're going to be back on top again. And then there's this 1/3 is just kind of like, oh, Aries, and they're just kind of like, Aries, there's a good chance you're going to fall again. Aries, you know how you fail once in a while. Somebody's just really negative, trying to get in your way, trying to cause issues. This is the type of person that would take the air out of your tires so you can't get to your job on time. It'd be that one. You know what I mean? I feel like they're just acknowledging it. This is not worth your time, by the way. Aries doesn't put up with this. I know that. Aries will usually call this out. I understand that too. But you can do that clearly, but it's not going to change this card. It's not going to change this person. It's not. You're right. You were right before it started. I just feel like this is somebody who doesn't have the capability to acknowledge that difference. They're just saying you don't need to waste your time on this person. whoever that is, it doesn't change anything. And Aries, I feel like Aries, especially as Aries matures, they don't really waste their time with people like this. Once you identify somebody with that energy, kind of like it's just, no matter what they're doing, no matter what you're saying, it doesn't change who they are. They just do what they do without thought. That's just who they are. You're not going to waste your breath if you feel like you're actually wasting your breath. So they're hoping you see it that way. Don't try to convince them. If they don't think you can do it, yeah, whatever. Just leave them over to the side and just ignore them as best you can. They're not worth your time. You can't win that because it's a them problem. Just, you're not going to fix it. Let them fix themselves. Because that energy, if you get into it, I keep getting this, like, they have a pessimistic effect on you. Disassociate from them. Shut them down. Shut them out. I'm a big fan of Paul McKenna. I've probably said this 50 million times. How to Mend Your Broken Heart is geared towards romantic relationships, but you can use it for any type. I know I do. Disconnect from them. Emotionally, physically, whatever you can do. Do not give them the time of day. Don't bother fighting with them because it's not going to change that. They're going to take that energy you use to stand up to them, and they're going to try to find another loophole to get up under your skin. That's all they're doing. They're not listening. They're not absorbing anything that's going to help you. They're just trying to find new ways to mess with you. Ignore them. Just no. Just, I really feel like the mature Aries energy will just kind of like, all right, if that's a waste of time, then forget it. I'm not going to waste my time. Because it does, if you spend too much energy on it, it does seem to bring your energy down. We don't have time for that. What they're saying to do is stick with the people who believe in you. Because there's more of those anyway. Stick with that energy. Work towards what you want. Realize that you have the strength to make this go where you want it to go. That will create your opportunity. It doesn't seem to just fall in place for you. It's more about you believing in you building from this energy with other people believing in you, and then you discover it. It's kind of like I want to build a house and I'm looking for places to build it. So I start going out there looking for places, and then all of a sudden I find this plot, and then I'm like, oh, this one's taken, or oh, this one's not for sale. They're like, no, but there's a one. Oh, if you go over there, I know that person wants to sell some land, and then they're like, well, yeah, but my land is over here. They show you that land, and you're like, oh, well, this has a crick, and this has this, and I love this. This is actually better than what I was looking at. I'll take it. It's by you building up your confidence, following your passion, connecting back to what you want. That's where your reward comes in. If you're wasting your time on people who just suck, you're not going to find what you need. Don't waste your time with those people. I don't know if it's coming across right. Like, can you stand up for yourself? Clearly. I don't think that's a question. It's just, that energy drags you down, and it's taking time away from what you want. You know what I mean? I think for myself, I have some Aries placements. I've learned that. Like, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with somebody or combating with somebody who they're just taking my attention, they're taking my energy, they're taking my time. They don't deserve that. No, my time goes to what I want to do. My time takes me to my goals, not to that foolishness, because it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. So why bother? Here's your outcome. This is like, I'm so happy with this. This card keeps showing up today. I don't remember it earlier today showing up in a good way, but for you, it's showing up in a good way. The wheel really does respond to your energy. In this situation, at least, you're following your passion. You're following what you want. It's like you find one opportunity and it blossoms into 4 others, and that just keeps going exponentially. It just keeps building and building. It's time for you to be back where you want to be. It's time for you to be back in a place where you're happy with. You've learned enough from the sadness, the depression, this anxiety, the stress. Enough of that. You've done enough there. You're stepping forward. You're moving forward into a different era. Let this era happen. I know I keep harping on it, but I really do think it has a lot to do with disconnecting from people who don't matter and who are just trying to bring your energy down. You may win the argument, but they're still taking your time. At the very least, they're taking your time. And they don't deserve that. They don't get your time. Your time is way too expensive for their piddly little ridiculousness. No. The more you disconnect from that negativity, the more you get away from it, the higher your energy raises, the farther you go, the better things you get. That energy is damaging. For some reason in this reading, it just seems like that energy is really damaging. It almost like it gets into this little back part of your brain and it just keeps playing these nasty rhythms in the back of your head the more that you have to deal with this. And once you shut it down and you shut it off and you're just like, nope, not even going to start a conversation with them because it's just foolish. I had a boss like that once. I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, but this is what I did. I would smile and nod and let them say what they wanted to say, and I would just ignore it. And I didn't keep that job for, I think I left after like 2 years after that. But I never got fired, and I just stopped responding. I just stopped, not responding like in a way it was going to get me written up, but like if they said something negative, I was like, oh, well, that's par. I don't care. Like, I don't like them either. And there's just another question, like, why care about somebody else's opinion when you don't like them anyway? Keep that in mind, too. So, if I didn't harp on that enough, is there anything else? Also, the less you play into this energy, it does seem to leave, and something else comes in. You got somebody else who's that energy leaves, something else comes in and replaces it. It's a quieter energy is what I'm getting. When I get the World and the High Priestess and the 9, is that the 9? The 7 of Wands. Because the 7 of Wands is holding things outside, keeping things outside. That's how I read it anyway. I feel like the energy that replaces it is pretty, like, they keep to themselves. They don't talk very much. They won't get into your business, but they won't let you get into their business very much either. If they don't like something, they usually won't say anything. So keep that in mind. I also feel like this person that would be replacing that other negative energy, they'll give you a heads up or they'll tell you what they think once in a while, but only if they think you really want to know and only if they think it's going to actually make things different. I don't know why that matters, but that's just kind of throwing in there. It's up to you. I know I'm going to beat on this. I feel like this is annoying, but this is your choice. Your choice is either to like fight this energy, which is not worth your time, or choose what you want and choose your opportunity and center all your energy there, and you'll get what you want. You will get what you want. The wheel goes in your favor. It's weird that I feel like we harped on that a lot. So if this reading is hitting, probably not all of you, I realize that, but some of you are maybe playing in or talking or dealing with or giving this person more time than they deserve. And they're just trying to give you a heads up, like the more time you give that, the more it brings your energy down, the more it keeps you from what you deserve. Keep that in mind. All right, I'm shutting it down here because I'm just going to go in the same circle again. So I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.